Okay, so Sarthak, I give you special, uh, it's a special treatment to you because since we are still waiting for a lot of candidates to join. So a special welcome to Sarthak. And to those who are missing out, you're missing out on something really interesting, but don't worry, we are catching it all on here on camera so that you can catch it up later. So good evening, everyone. And it's such a, just what Saket was saying, I think it's a nostalgic moment for these three student ambassadors, proud ambassadors of various specialized master's programs who are here with us. And it's a nostalgic moment for Team India as well, because it was just a few months back that we were interacting with these candidates and they were looking at EMU Business School at a particular program to join. They had their queries, they had their doubts, so many things on their mind, whether this is the right decision, visa, there's so many issues. And now scholarship, and now, of course, they are here, with us as student ambassadors and representing their program, representing their school, and it fills our heart with pride. So I first wanted to congratulate the three of you for being the student ambassadors in your respective program. It feels really good. So let me take the pleasure to introduce all of them. We have with us two lovely ladies and a red hot looking young man. So I know that was for a tease, but yes, fine gentlemen. So we have with us Chandana Nair from the Specialized Masters Luxury Marketing and Management. So Chandana, why don't you first raise your hand and then just say so that, and then I ask you to do a formal introduction as well. And we have with us Meenakshi Gautam from Specialized Masters International Marketing and Business Development. Yes, hello. And yes, we have with us Saket Paul from Masters in Strategy and Consulting. So welcome on board, ambassadors, to this wonderful session being organized on the occasion of the Online Campus Day by AMBA Business School for India. And I've already said it's a proud moment for all of us to see you here as ambassadors. And without wasting any more time and repeating that I'm feeling so proud and nostalgic, I let candidates now introduce themselves as well. So Chandana, first over to you.
Okay. So hi, my name is Chandana and I'm from South India. I'm basically from Kerala, but I've lived mostly in Bangalore. And I've done my undergrad in fashion. I graduated 2017, and then I have 4+ years working with digital marketing and performance marketing. And I wanted to connect both, and that's why I wanted to get the whole experience of luxury in the European market, and that's why I'm here. I'm excited.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chandana. That was a short and sweet introduction. I let Meenakshi introduce herself as well.
Yeah. So, hi, Sarthak. As you are the only one I can remember your name, so I'm addressing you. So my name is Meenakshi Gautam. I am from New Delhi. I have done my engineering, and then I have started working in sales department. And there I have realized that okay, this field is made for me. And after gaining some experience, I felt that okay, I need to be in an international market. And that's why I chose the emlyon Business School, so that it will give me the exposure of academic, of you have to be sure about the frameworks of international market before going to be a marketeer. So that's how I am here.
Thank you, Meenakshi. Over to you, Saket.
Hi, thank you, Diksha. Well, my name is Saket Paul. I am in the program for MSc Strategy and Consulting. Before coming to this program, I did my BCom from University of Calcutta. Then I did my MCom. So 5 years I completed there. Then I worked for TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, for 3 years. So down the lane, I wanted some growth in my career, to be very honest. And I wanted to be more like in diversified field and just not stick to one sector. So that was one of the reasons I chose strategy and consulting. And another biggest reason was I wanted some exposure, global exposure, and such specializations are not there in India. So this was a perk for me to coming to emlyon and study strategy and consulting. And I'm really grateful now.
Wonderful, wonderful. Second, so I'll now start. I mean, I would like to make it interactive and put some questions to you regarding the journey, of course, and specific questions regarding your program as well. So we'll start with you, Saikat. I mean, you've just given a little background about what you were doing with your bachelor's, master's, and your you had a work experience, and then you took up. But tell me, how has been the journey now? I mean, it's I know you haven't yet been long enough in the program in Paris as of now. But if you had to define your journey from being a prospective candidate to now being a student ambassador, how would you describe that?
Like ups and downs. Like, to be very honest, ups and downs. Like, it's obviously not been an easy journey, but it's been an amazing journey. Like, to be very honest, it's been an amazing journey. Though I started late my application, and I don't want people to start the application kit and just start early as possible, because you would be missing many things, or else like it will be a very tough journey, or else. But yes, like it's very, like, at that point I was in that situation where I was in a thought process whether I want to leave the job or not. Like, it happens, you get paid for it, and like, I don't know, like, again you go back to your ACADS and then again start studying, then again you have to find a job. So it was not an easy decision for sure. And the people right now, they will be in the same shoes, I know that, and they will be having a lot of questions. So you just need to overcome that feeling in yourself to be here. And but yeah, coming to emlyon, it's been 2 months, and there have been a lot of things going on, like simultaneously a lot of courses going on, a lot of sessions going on. So every time, even we had a forum, we had to go to Lyon. From Paris we went to Lyon, companies came up, you got to interact with the companies and all. And the best part is I got some selected in few companies. I got a call from them. So like within a month, and you just get such things. So it makes you happy. Your journey becomes like all the way from India, the visa process, finding an accommodation, like whether to come for strategy or consulting or not. Then just coming up here, in within a month, you go to Lyon and you just get a call from someone, from some company for an interview, and you give that. So it's an amazing journey. So I believe that this would have not been possible if I wouldn't have been at emlyon, to be very honest. And the professors are amazing, especially in India, the courses are more of theoretical and not of practical in nature. So that's the biggest difference I find coming here. So here the courses are less of theoretical and more of practical. So similarly, like we have 6 months internship, then 3 months of like life project. We will go to some company, work there for the 3 months, like 2 or 3 days we'll be going to that company to understand how it works, how strategies are framed. And then again, we do 2 or 3 days classes in a week. So it's a completely different exposure we get. Then we like to travel. We will be traveling to Boston. We will be traveling to Canada for HSC Montreal. So like, such exposures are very difficult to get back in India. And especially the specialization I said, like strategy and consulting, it's not there. I researched a lot, but I did not get that specialization I was looking for. But emlyon gave me that opportunity for it. So that's how my journey has been till now. It's amazing for me.
I love the way Saikat, you've been insisting on that. Amazing, and it shows on your face as well. And it's good to know that. It's really good to know that you've had this amazing journey so far. And what you said about getting a call from a company right within 1 month, I can totally understand how precious that moment must have been for you. And I'm sure it will, a lot of prospective candidates who are with us right now or would be listening to this later, they can resonate with it, and they can understand how special this moment must have been for you. Coming to you, Chandana, I mean, it's the same question that I would, of course, let me guys tell you that she's right now, you can see a bit of the campus also. You are at the library, right?
Yes, I am.
So you can take a look. Yeah, if you can see at the backdrop, she's in the campus right now, sitting in the library. But yes, coming to the question, that the same thing that I would like to ask you as well. How has been the journey from being someone who was figuring out what program that you want to do as a specialized master's, and now to actually living that life and being an ambassador as well for that particular program? How will you define it?
So for me, in my case, I had decided on what program to take like last year, I think before the end of last year itself, and I got an offer letter from here by December. And like before December 31st, I'd make sure that I'm going to emlyon. Like that was for sure for me. And I've been very like focused on my need to come here and to study here. So, and I think I had the entire year like sitting at home, kind of like preparing for this moment, but I don't think that nothing prepares you as well for it unless you come here and, kind of live it. So like, even though I was like trying to get over it, like since I'm in the luxury of things, so I was trying to like learn from my side what it is like, and like whatever I could learn before I came here, just so that I could be prepared. But I guess like in the last 1-2 months, the learning has like grown. Like it's been amazing. Like the teammates I've got and like the projects that I'm working on, I don't think I would have been able to do this sitting at home, or like I think I wouldn't have been able to kind of get to the stage where I'm kind of so much more enthusiastic and like encouraged for the coming year, and like what more of my classes, more of my especially because now that I'm going to New York, I get that opportunity to kind of be like, because last year I wasn't sure that this would happen, and it's happening now. So 3 months in New York is something that I'm really looking forward to, especially going to Parsons, and that's been a dream. So even as an exchange program, I'm really excited. And one more thing that I would like to add is the fact that we even though I'm in Paris, it's it's to say something that they really take us around to the most of the stores around here, and like just to live that moment, just to live that luxury thing is insane. We recently had a visit to Christian Dior at the Avenue Montaigne store, which is like their flagship, and we got to get in before the store actually opened. There was a tour that was given to us, not virtually, in person, and like we were explained like what started, why is this thing here, and like about the architecture, the whole layout of the store, and like what customers feel like. So it felt like a very like personal one-to-one kind of interaction, and that was too good. Like there was a lot of learning that we got that day, and I'm looking forward to going to more such visits and like living the luxury experience because it kind of helps us understand more about the whole sector and like everything about it. And also like one more small thing that I would like to quickly mention is the cohort is like so international. There are so many people from so many different countries, and especially for my field, luxury is so prominent in China and like other Asian countries. I really like, even in my team, I have these people who kind of speak about what it is like. And coming from India, I don't think there are things that has really baffled me. I was like, does this really happen? And they're like, yeah, this is very common in China. And I'm like, okay, I would not have gotten that information online or like just reading something. And this is only because they bring that experience and that culture with them. And we've gone to like, we've had multiple interactions. We've gone out together so many times for like Korean food, Chinese food, and like different things. And it's like, you have that, it's just like that mingling sensation like with everybody, and it's fun. It's been fun for the past 2 months. It's really been fun.
Great. So amazing, fun, a lot of learning, a lot of experiences. I think a lot of good things that you've shared, and what you pointed out is very important, that it's also just not about about the program per se, but it's also about peer learning. It's also about your cohort, what you interact, how you interact with them. There's a lot of learning that happens through peer learning as well. So I think that's wonderful. Coming to you, Meenakshi. In fact, I have a I would like ask the same question to you, but with a twist, because for you this was the first batch.
Yes.
International marketing and business development. I mean, for say Chandana and for Saikat, SU and LMM are programs that the school has been running for some time. But with you, Meenakshi, it was taking also a decision to join the very first batch of a program. So from being a prospective student again to being the ambassador of the first batch of international marketing and business development. How would you describe the whole process?
So I would start from the very beginning, when I was in dilemma to, stay in a job or just to leave all the comfort and go for a exploration. So yes, that was a, dilemma. And after that, okay, I have decided, yes, if I want to grow in a life, because I was doing the same thing again and again, I was not learning anything new. And if you want to grow, you need to learn and you need to, implement those things. So that's how I decided, okay, I need to go for a higher studies. And as I was working, marketing field, that and I'm very passionate about it. I love to meet new people. I love to explore the new places. Even when today I am having classes, today night I'll be going to a party, and tomorrow morning again I will have a classes at 8:30 till 5. So this is I don't get tired by this. So this is a kind of passion for me. So that's how the field was decided, that I'm going to go for a marketing and international marketing, because I have worked in a domestic market and I didn't have the exposure of being connected to the international market. And if you are in India and you are also working with international clients, that is totally different. That doesn't give you the exposure of being in an international market. So that's how this the course was decided. Then I looked for a for the colleges. So first thing I did, that I went to the QS ranking website, and I just scrolled down, okay, which are the colleges who are in a top 50, because that was my criteria. I would not go beyond top 50. And yes, there was many aspect, like how much I want to spend, what is the duration of my course, because I don't want to spend more than 1 year in a course, because I had already the experience. So that's how I shortlisted 2 or 3 colleges. And one good thing about this program at Emlyon Business School, that it combines the international marketing and business development. I didn't find this program in any other college other than schema, but that comes way below in terms of reputation among the recruiters and in terms of QS ranking as well. And that is I'm telling on the basis of experience I had with alumni, because I was about to invest my money and my time the whole year, and I would be living alone apart from my family. So I have decided to talk to as many alumni as possible, and on the basis of that, I had decided to come here. And also the good thing about the course structure, so you had the semester wise courses, and they will be giving you the international exposure by taking you for the exchange program. We will be in Vietnam for 10 weeks, in the last of the journey of my program. And before that, we will be going to Sweden for 1 week, so that we will get to know that how how the company works. And for this Sweden program, the college has decided to give the responsibility to students. So they are making you independent. They are making you aware how you need to approach someone in a company, and what you need to do when you get a no in a response, that no, we are not able to accommodate you for a visit of a company or something, because these are learning. You will not get everything as a yes from people. So these are learning, which I think is a necessity if you want to be in a market. If you like my profile, I am in a marketing, so for my profile it's a very very good learning. And if I talk about from the perspective of academics, it's like, so one thing Chandana said and also Diksha said, that it's very important to learn from your peers, because the academics is there, the professor is there, but we all know that we understand well when friend is teaching you in place of when professor is teaching. So yeah, that applies here as well. And we have the mixed cohort, we have so many different nationalities. So and everybody has a totally different perspective. So when we have been given an assignment, we all have a totally different outlook, what we need to do, how we need to do. So like we have been given an assignment that you need to think about 2050 year, and you need to think that you are in dystopia and what are the problems you will be facing in 2050. So dystopia is the extreme state. So they have given us the card dystopia, and you need to think about from the perspective of 2050. And in my group, we were like 6 people, one from Filipino, one from China, from two for France. I am from India, and one from Taiwan. And everybody was having a so different ideas. I wouldn't have thought, okay, that can be a angle also. It gives you that kind of broader perspective. So that example I'm just telling you, to make you understand that yes, if you are in a totally different environment, you will be a totally different person. You will not be the same person as, you know as I for me, as I was before 2 months ago. My thought process was limited to certain parameters, but now I think yes, it has been broadened now, and I hope that yes, after 1 year I could see myself as an international marketer as I want to be.
Meenakshi, wonderful. I really hope that you and we all see you as an international marketer in this 1 year. But thank you for giving an example and explaining to the students, because then they can understand the perspective that you were talking about, how working. So that brings us to the point which I'll now go to Saikat on. The learning by doing pedagogy. That is something that is AMLyon is known for that. And Saikat, you also touched upon that when you started, the fact that you get to work with company projects. You actually go, it's not like classroom oriented, which you said, in India a lot of emphasis is given on theory, but here it's very beautifully immersed with practical experiences. So Saikat, on the course side of it, what has been your exactly, I mean, besides the fact that you get to work with company projects and all, in terms of the learning by doing pedagogy, how would you rate your experience so far in the strategy and consulting program?
Like in the strategy and consulting, it's just not about like the consulting part. There's a lot of things we exactly learn, because further on when we go to the industry to work, we just don't work in a particular sector. We get to work in different sectors. So like we need to know marketing, we need to know finance. So all the courses are imbibed into the strategy and consulting, like whether it's the ethics, and right now the industry is booming with the CSR concept, the corporate social responsibility concept. So those are all imbibed in the courses. We have professors flying up from different parts of Europe. Like last time we had a class of ethics and consulting where a professor has come up from London. So she would be taking up the consulting and ethics part. So similarly, like each day, like people come up from, like even from the company consultants come, like there's a class which we call the communications class, where we have a consultants coming up. Like we have consultants coming up from Deloitte. So she's a consultant at Deloitte, and she comes up to teach us like how the structure works exactly. Like we have people coming from Capgemini, where they come up and show the structures, how to frame a strategy, how we formulate the strategies, so the divisions, how it works. So it's been amazing journey in terms of the pedagogical structure. It's completely different. So the experiences we are getting, it's very different. So we get to know everything and how it works actually in the industry level, where we actually need to work going further when we like finish our courses actually. So it's very good.
Wonderful. I mean, on that note, Chandana, I have a specific question for you. Luxury marketing and management, you were there. Like I said, some of these students who are, would be listening to you, they must be in that same position as you a few months, I mean, what you were a few months back. There's a lot of demand when it comes to luxury marketing and management from India. As one of the representatives from the India team, I see that a lot of candidates are interested in a program like luxury marketing and management. But the fact is that we do not, in India, for example, there aren't, too many courses at the bachelor's level for luxury. Like you don't have any, like specialized programs like luxury marketing, a bachelor's degree. So you don't have that kind of Indians, for example. They do not have that kind of a theoretical background as far as this course is concerned. Similarly, in terms of the practical experiences also, luxury market in India is not huge, like it's in Europe or it's in China. So do you, compare when I ask you this question, because you've gone through that journey, you've done that, been that, and you're right now there in the school right now. So what would be your advice to to students who are looking for a program, even if they don't have that kind of a background in luxury, but they're very keen to pursue a program? What do you think were the factors that work for you, and how could you guide them on this aspect?
Yeah, actually, that's a very good point. First of all, we do not have many Indians in the program. So currently, my cohort is 110 students, and we have 4 Indians right now. And just to take a consensus as well, like most of the rest of my cohort, like people from different parts of the world, they all have either some sort of luxury experience or like some sort of undergraduation that's in a relevant field, that's either management or marketing or something like that. But like if you look at the Indian students specifically, I come from a fashion background, but my work experience is in marketing. There is a student who's he's from the hospitality industry, so he's done his undergraduation in hotel management. And there is another student who's done her undergraduation in marketing, and then there's another one who's done her undergraduation in environmental sciences. So you can see the scale, but at the end of the day, I think what matters is that you have an inclination, you have a strong understanding of what you're getting into. Because I think even during my when I applied for the same, I had a test as well to take. And based on that test, I got, I think I'm pretty sure that's the same for every program. But in the test of our luxury management, they did ask us, what do you think about luxury? When you hear luxury, what do you think of it? And they asked us a lot of questions actually about the history of, brands, and like what are the major groups, and like what brand comes under which group, who's the art director for like certain brands, etc. And these are questions that one should know, considering they're getting into this field. Like you can't just blindly step into it. So there was it's very competitive. I've actually met recently, there was an Indian embassy meetup here in Paris once after I think
I have heard of it. Yeah.
Yes, so I had gone for that. I had gone for the free food, but it was interesting. Yeah, it was fun. And so I met a couple of people who when I told them that I'm at emlyon and I'm doing luxury management, I actually met a person who told me that she couldn't get into the program, and I was like, really? Wow, seriously. So I was very surprised at that because I did not know that it was so competitive. Like probably I would have taken it for granted, or like I wouldn't have paid too much attention to it. But yeah, I can see it now that there were people who really struggled to get into the program. And yeah, so I would say a prior understanding of the field is very important, even though you've never really worked on it. There is so much exposure here. There's such a good mix of the cohort that you learn a lot. So it's not like, even if you just need that willingness to learn. You just need that open-mindedness. You need to understand what luxury is, and if you are getting a master's in it, then what are you going to be? What is your end goal essentially? Like what sector do you want to work in, even in luxury? So there are things that you should know before you come here, and obviously some sort of like management degree is also additionally very good because or some experience in management is also very good, because those are skills that come in handy. And it's one more thing that we always hear a lot is that luxury is all about soft skills. Working in this industry is a lot about soft skills, because if you do not have the right kind of mindset working here, then it's going to be very challenging. So I think that's what we are developing in the next 1 year, is a lot of like flexibility and like kind of like strategic mindset. And yeah, I think that's what counts.
Thank you, Chandana. I'm sure this would be very helpful to candidates. I mean, even when we talk to them, we say the same thing. But hearing now from you, because you've gone through the journey and you're there right now, sitting talking to them, I think that will give them a perspective. Because as you very rightly pointed out, that it is competitive, and it does help if you're well prepared about you're going to invest 18 months with including your internships and everything in a program like luxury marketing and management. And if you are not aware of the market, of the subject, then it obviously gets a little tricky in the selection process. And thank you for pointing this out and explaining so beautifully. Yes.
I just have one small thing to just like add to this, is that before I came here, we knew about how the courses panned out, but the second semester is a choice between New York, London, and Rome. And essentially all three areas have a different learning material. So people who are more inclined towards fashion and entrepreneurship go to London. Excuse me. And the ones who have systematic strategic design management go to New York. And those who want a very core understanding of how management and business is in the field of luxury, they go to Rome. So we are all learning like different aspects of the same industry, essentially. So that is something that we prepared our mind before we came here, like where do we want to go, what do we want to do. So if that's the question you have the answer to, then it becomes much easier for you.
Got it. Thank you so much. I mean, I'll take another question from Meenakshi, and then maybe if the students have joined, if they have some questions, we'll take that before we conclude with some questions. So Meenakshi, you've of course explained the entire process of how you finalized the program, how you shortlisted your schools, and how you spoke about how you were not finding this kind of a combination, marketing with business development, which is something that attracted to you. But you have been a professional, and there are certain programs, which Saikat has also said the same thing. There are certain programs where we also get prospective candidates who come with a couple of years of work experience. They work there for 2-3 years, and they want to take a specialized master's. Then the freshers who just finish their grads, and then they want to specialize masters. So how important, that's where the motivation, and I would like you to give a little more information. How does for a candidate it gets how important it is to understand whether they are in that right mindset to quit the job and get back to classroom? How does that decision how did you, for example, how was it for you when you decided that, okay, I'm ready to leave the salary, leave everything, and get into studying?
So as I said in the beginning, it was a tough decision, but you need to choose. It's like in life, it's everywhere. So you need to choose. If you're going to going for a shopping, you decide, okay, I need to buy this dress or that dress. So everywhere you need to choose, and you choose according to your priorities. What you want to do in life, what will you achieve after gaining that thing. So for me, it was like, I was in a professional capacity. I was actually at a very good position, but then I thought, okay, I'm not learning anything new. I'm doing the same thing again and again. Maybe I will be achieving more turnover for my company the next year, but there will not be any new addition. And for me, I see myself as an something, someone who has more capabilities, just like I was in a position. So I think I can do much more, and I can contribute to I can contribute some more values to the companies, which I was not having any kind of opportunities back in India. And also I had some very close knit friend circle who are in India, who are working with the international clients, but they gave me the feedback. It's not the same, because I, as I have spent some of my years in my professional capacity, so I have the cohort in my in India as well as in out of India as well, in Europe as well. One of my friends is working in Sweden in Scandinavian companies, so that how you take the feedback, how they are working, how do they feel after leaving all the things and coming to a new country. And but I would say the motivation and the goals are very important to decide all things.
Very true.
Because if you are not very much sure about what you want to achieve after a certain point, then you will be lost. there will be,
absolutely.
there will not be any kind of direction for you, that in which direction you want to go. So yes, this is good, and this you need to have.
Get
that
it. I think that's I have a common question for all three of you, but before that, let's see. There are some students, in case they have some questions, because some of them have joined now. So you have been listening to all three of these ambassadors. So if you have some questions, please, this is your time to ask. Else, I could ask some more questions on your behalf as well.
Yeah, I have a question. When did all of you apply for the college? Which year, which month, I mean?
Okay, so for me, it was late, somewhere in the month of April or May, last of April.
I sent in my application in the month of November. I think I submitted in the month of November, and I did my test on 1st of December. I heard back from them on 20th of December, and I paid the fees and got the enrollment letter by 31st of December.
For me, I started very late, so almost end of April, and I had my digital test around just 1 day before my birthday, which is 20th May. So like then it took me almost 20 to 21 days to get my enrollment letter. So it was nearly about in the June first or second week of June, somewhere around that time. So it's I would advise if you can start early, because you have the more chances to get into program than doing it late. So it's better to start early and every other student. I would suggest that.
Also got the early bird scholarship.
Yeah,
like I don't
know. We've already said that. So all of you, if you're planning to apply, this is a good time to apply, because you are in session 1. That is, till November 14th. And you get a 10% scholarship guaranteed if you are applying and getting selected, of course. And the next session would be session 2, where also we'll have an early bird scholarship, but that will reduce to 5 from 10. So that's after 15th of November till 8th of December. Okay.
Diksha, I would like to add one thing, that, I also received an offer letter from Cranfield University, London. And, my sister stays in London. So, this has become a very obvious choice for my family, that, she is going to London and she will be studying in Cranfield University. And, but I had 2 offers. Like, I have received the first offer from emlyon, then the offer from Cranfield University. But, then I had my priorities, that yes, I want to be in an international market, but I want to explore the social life as well. Because, I'm a people person. I can't just, live in academic things and, just go to bed and then sleep and then again go to the class. So yes, that is one of the thing I have explored online, and I have talked to many people, many alumni, and many current students. I have just approached them on a Facebook, and they have responded me back. And that's how I decided, okay, I'm not going to London. Yeah, my sister still blames me. But yeah, that is something you need to choose for you.
Meenakshi, let me say that for you. You are an early maker. You you definitely, so you take up the challenge, and so you are an early maker. That's why you are with emlyon. So okay, wonderful. But that's a good thing that you shared, because a lot of candidates have options which are easier to go to at times as well. Even when it comes to France and any other English-speaking country, it's always like, candidates are confused whether. But it's about your, like you said, I mean, the mindset, the attitude is important. What is important to you? If you're ready for that challenge, if you're ready to, if you dare to dream and you are ready to follow it up, why not? So that is important. Okay, thank you, Sarthak. I hope that answers your question. And any further questions?
Yeah, I have also another question as well. Are you guys working anywhere part-time that is like going side by side with your studies? Is it like interrupting with your schedule or something like that? Or is it like feasible to work alongside?
Like in Paris, to answer your question, so we normally have classes starting from 8:30 and which ends up at 5. So I don't think it's very feasible to work with your academics in Paris. And very honestly, you need to know at C2 level French to work here part-time. So it will make very difficult to do a part-time. So it's advisable to just focus on your studies. Even after the classes, we have such like group discussions because we have assignments to do in group. So which we normally do after the classes. So at times we turn up till around 9 p.m. in the night. So I don't think it's very feasible idea to do a part-time while studying. At least in a business school, it will be very difficult for you. That's my point.
Yes,
Yeah, I think same.
Yes.
I also agree.
And Meenakshi wanted to add something to that, please.
Yeah, I was about to say that I also agree with Saikath, because you have the classes, you have the assignments, and there is a more focus towards, learning through the assignments and the group project. So yes, you need to work on that. But some of my friends, they know French, so it's as Saikath said, it's a very mandatory requirement if you want to work for a part time, that you need to learn French. And if you are good at it, then you can work at some restaurants or some grocery stores or something, because some of my friends are doing it on the weekends. They go. So this you need to decide that if you want to work the whole week, and then later on you also want to work on a weekend, and or you want to like have weekends for you.
Good one.
Yeah.
I like the smile that Meenakshi has. Oh, you want to have the weekends for you. Weekends definitely look very exciting from her face. Chandra, you wanted to add something to that? I thought you wanted to say something.
No, I'm good. Like I agree with both of them. They're like
Okay,
good points.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So yes, any further questions?
Like Sarthak, if you have any other questions, just feel free to ask. Fine, it's fine.
And also
Okay, so
one more
I
thing.
will ask now. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys have had any troubles finding the accommodation, or was it like a last minute thing?
Okay.
Okay. Meenakshi, you take it first.
Yeah, so we are from different campus. I am from Leon, and Saikath and Chandna are from Paris campus. So I would talk about Leon. Yes, it's very difficult, and some of the alumni have also warned me that there are many fraudsters also available online, and they try to approach you and all. So it's better to go for the accommodation through the partners which college suggests. And yes, you need to have the French guarantors, so take that at the very beginning, so that your chances will be improved. You will be getting it easier if you have the French guarantor. But yes, it's tough especially in the month of September. I mean, from the period from the July and to September.
Like from Paris point of view, I would say that like the earlier you start, the better it is.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things you would do, like social security, then like civic and like accommodation, visa, campus France, etc., etc. So there are a lot of processes actually which falls in line one after the other. So the earlier you start, it's better. Like, and emlyon Business School has a lot of tie-ups with housing accommodation part, especially Studa part. If you look around, that there are a lot of tie-ups with emlyon Business School. So it becomes easier for you at times to get accommodation, not really difficult if you just look at the partner housing complexes and all. So I live in one of those partners, like where I stay right now. But yes, if you have also any other further questions, even after these sessions, you can just connect to the India team or the ambassadors. Even if you are not the right person, we will redirect you to the specific person to answer your queries. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. And also you need to have this residency or lease agreement to apply for a visa, for student visa. So it's better to start search as early as possible. And from my personal experience, I would recommend you to stay in a student house. You will get you will get so many people to talk to. Otherwise you will be just going to your room and then coming back to the college. You will not get the chance to meet many people as you will get the chance in student house.
And get less parties.
Yes.
I just have to add like a couple of things is that I also started like because I came to know about me coming here a little long time ago, I started looking, but then I realized that closer to my visa application, like I was flying out in the end of August, closer to July, August is when I saw most options available because before that I could see like very less options and like I didn't know which one to go for. So like I selected my the place where I'm staying. It's a student accommodation outside of Paris, but it's like pretty like easy to commute, etc. So I found mine like 2 weeks before I went for my visa application. So like I got my everything was in my hand. Yes, all the documents were in place, but like if you don't get things easily, don't get disheartened because they will open up very soon, like towards the end, like before you have to fly out, I think towards that time. And like there is a platform which is, I don't know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows about it, but like there's a platform emlyon has a tie-up with, they're called Live in France. And Live in France at if you just for your visa application, since you need it and you complete it as soon as you possible because it's great for you. So Live in France actually provides a certificate for you, which kind of makes a guarantee saying that so-and-so student has found accommodation with Live in France. So you can use that for your visa application and just get your visa thing sorted and then like take your time with the accommodation because you don't want to just like put your money in down for something that you're not keen on, like you're not interested in. So look for a good place, I would say, because that sorts out, if you have a good place to go back to, I think like that gives you a lot of peace of mind and like so there's that.
So what's your like monthly spend in Paris in comparison to Lyon? As a student, of course, depending upon the kind of life
What
Lyon
kind of
is
life?
way so
I think it's a little early to answer the question very honest. It's been 2 for me, and like the first month was very different from the second month, and like right now also it's like super different. So I think it's a little too early for me to answer the question.
Yeah, you will have certain expenses that will be fixed, like your monthly rent, your grocery shopping, and just for meal or dinners. And apart from that, it totally depends on you how to live your life.
no, but yes, I mean, just to add to all this, it is a fact that Lyon, the cost of living in Lyon is cheaper as compared to Paris. It's a given fact that even if you check, online, you would figure out that it's Lyon that way is a comparatively less expensive city as compared to Paris, which is much more commercial, of course. But yeah, I mean, of course, like Meenakshi very rightly pointed out, it also depends on what kind of a lifestyle are you looking at? What kind of an accommodation are you looking at? What kind of shopping that you're doing? A lot of things. So yeah, it'll also depend a lot on you.
So if I had to answer the question to your, like whether you want to stay in a shared room or whether you want to stay in a mini studio or a big studio, so the prices will vary. Like see, like if you want to, like normally in Europe, the people drink tap waters, but I buy water, so it will completely different.
It is elite. It belongs to elite.
That's not the fact.
You can get that filter thing, no?
Yeah, I know. Is this the fact the water are cheaper here? So I don't want to get a filter for 30 euros, so it's fine.
You're taking a sustainability course.
So
how can you do this?
I had joined this twice, so I had joined this twice, so I don't want.
We are Sarthak, we are saving some euros in by drinking tap water.
So it's completely.
It's safe. The tap water is safe. I mean,
So
whole Europe drinks that.
But they did not have a jaundice before.
Stand out, literally now. in the entire global cohort of EMlyon Business School for buying your drinking water and not drinking.
And someday I'm gonna come to Paris
and drink Indian stand out water.
So it's your lifestyle, how you do it. So it's completely different from everyone. So see that they are making fun, so it's fine. So so it's your choice how you do it. So if you come, I would suggest you go to apply for the city university. They have the accommodation, and you have to apply before. Like if you're late, you're definitely not gonna see it there. It's for the accommodation, and it's very cheap and it's very nice. But yeah, like I used to live in a student apartment, so it's a bit higher in the pricing side. But if I give you an approximate how much you can spend, like 700 or 800 is also good, like euros to spend in Paris. So if you have a budget trip, you can do it on it. It's fine. It's completely fine. Because I think you're looking for numbers. Okay, so that's the reason I just gave you 700, 800 is a good number for you.
All
And
right.
also there will be a cruise residence in which you can get some cheaper options. And there is one aid from the French government that is called CAF, and that the amount actually depends on your circumstances and in which area you are living. But yeah, that's there.
Good, thank you, thank you. That's very informative, and I'm sure we'll have more of these sessions as and when we are we progress, so that these students can share some relevant and valuable insights and inputs with you. I think the students also have classes, and it's time to wrap the session. So thank you so much. Sekar, thank you so much. Chandana, thank you so much, Meenakshi, for taking out time from your class schedule and coming and being a part of the online campus day being organized for India and helping out these prospective Indian candidates. Thank you so much. It means a lot to the school and to the India operations as well. And thank you to all the prospective candidates who've been a part of the session since morning. You've been here so thank you so much. You can get in touch with me or my colleague Saili Patel. She's been handling the MIM session, I guess, right now, and I think also taking care of the BBA session. So if there are any queries, any doubts, you can contact us. Our email IDs are very, very simple. It's ext-tiwari and ext-patel@em-lyon.com. You can also follow us on social media.
You can put in a chat box. Diksha, you can put your email IDs in a chat box.
And you also have the India ID, which is there on all our social media platforms, india@emlyon.com. So you can also send in your emails to us and me or Saili, and we'll be happy to answer them on that as well. So I'll just put that in the chat box too. So thank you, everybody. And thank you to the three of you. Have a wonderful day ahead, and God bless you. Keep making us proud.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having
Just
us.
a second.
Okay. There's somebody saying it. Just a second.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask, like, if I can connect with all these three people over LinkedIn or something, because, I'm still figuring out which course I want to pursue in master. So like, if I can get a clear, if I can have a talk with you all, and, it will help me to, further clarify my doubts.
Yeah. I have been there, so I know what exactly you are looking for. So yeah, you can connect us over LinkedIn. And also, Diksha, there will be on the sorry, you were saying something, Anushi?
No, actually, I was saying, so is LinkedIn fine with you all?
Yes.
So if possible, then, can you drop in your LinkedIn IDs on chat box?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm doing that.
We can do that. If you could your LinkedIn IDs, and they can connect with you on LinkedIn and take this with you as well. I've also shared the IDs of Saili, my email ID, as well as the common ID for India. So any one of you wants to get in touch with us, please feel free to do that.
And also, I think through the website, if you go, there is an option to connect to the brand ambassador of that particular program.
Yes.
So yeah, so I'm not very much aware that for my program it's been activated or not. So Diksha, you need to check with with the Charlotte and the concerned person, and then they can get connected to that as well. Yes,
absolutely, absolutely.
So guys, I have to leave. I have a class.
Yes. Please, we won't delay you. Thank you, Meenakshi. Thank you, Chandana. Thank you, Sekar. Anushri, I hope you have jotted this down so that I can
end so
the
much,
session.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye, Sekar. Hey, Ridham.
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. How is
hope
it's unfortunately the response was lukewarm. We had the registrations, but not a lot of students turned up for the various sessions. But I believe at least you had a chance to listen to me and Saili. And
no, it's a great. I felt like that it's a good time that I've joined to know about this all information before searching out.
Absolutely. You got to hear the alumni, you got to hear the ambassadors. You heard about the presentation.
And the alumni part, I felt very well, because it was like kind of inspiring also, and kind of motivating me that I am on the right platform, which I can help other students too by sharing their previous stories, or by sharing this other things to my coming students, like that.
Perfect.
So that is the good part.
Perfect. So,
and I hope you're not tired, because entire day you're working very hard. I can see that.
No, it's absolutely fine. Actually, I'm traveling for a couple of days. So it's a family wedding that I have to leave for tomorrow early morning. And that they were suggesting it on the 3rd, but I had preponed it to 2nd so that I can help Saili do this and then I've taken a leave for 2 days, 3rd and 4th, and I'll be back on the 6th. So I'll connect with you again on 7th, and I still have to do my packing now because my whole family has left for the wedding today. I'm the only one who's left in the house now. I leave tomorrow. So
no, you should definitely take your time, because that is also a priority to take care.
All right, take care, Rhythm. I'll connect with you. You can, of course, have a discussion with Saili. I'd inform Saili as well. But you, me, and Saili can, connect again on the 7th, 3 of us. And then we have a team meeting on Tuesday with Ashley. So before that, you, me, and her can also have a conversation. I hope you got the contract.
No worries. Yeah, I received a contract today only. I'll just go through with that. I hope that I need to do physical signature, or hand signature.
You can do a physical signature. You can ask, you can send the message to Ivki. You can also do a digital signature. I think should not be a problem.
Okay, that only I had a question, because they mentioned on the
What you can do is in the same email, in the same thread, you can just respond. Is it okay if I send a digital signature? And
no worries.
I think it should not be a problem.
No problem. I'll do that. I'll just put a request on the same email.
Sure.
And if there is not an issue, then I'll put the handy signature as well by giving a scanning copies to them.
Sure.
Yeah,
right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But it was a good session with you all people too.
Thank you.
And I'm hoping that I need to learn many more things from you, especially, and Saili too.
Absolutely. We are more than happy to help you, Rhythm. Come on. You are a part of the team.
Sure.
So
that is great.
So more than any time, any day, whatever, just you can bother. No problem.
Yeah, I will bother you much time, I guess.
I'll be more than happy to be bothered. Don't worry.
Sure. Thank you.
Right,
Have a great day.
Have a wonderful weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.